You look lonely. I can fix that. You look like a good job.
Ready? Go. 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 Oi, 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 oi. More energy, more energy, more power. Oi. Bloody hell, mate. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, mind up. Oi, yeah. More energy, more power. Oi, oi, that was mad. More passion. More passion. Let me see that footwork. Footwork. Give it to them. Give it to them. Give it to them. More passion. More energy. More passion. More energy. More energy.
Well, and this is
more energy. Oi, oi,
you know what this is.
Oi, oi, oi.
Where the good times happen.
I don't know, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is...
For credits.
I don't know what that means, to play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay, in 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
We obviously didn't communicate clearly. We're here to discuss your surrender, not mine.
Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que empezar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivada y tú aburres mi corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila y te escriba tu canción. Tú eres tan romántico molestando con una vipa. Me preguntas si te quiero. Yo te digo que no estoy lista y no quiero comenzar. No hay nada que empezar. Yo te dejaré atrás. Mientras gano más y más. No estás en mi nivel y tú no eres obligación. No estás motivado. Corazón. Eres un idiota sin inteligencia y razón. Entonces déjame tranquila mientras escriba tu canción. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura papi tra tra tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo papi ya no más. Déjame pendejo papi ya no más. Estoy aquí a disfrutar. Estoy aquí pero quiero gozar. Si quieres a mí pero vamos a bailar. Cintura a cintura papi tra tra tra. Bailando, gozando y me gusta tomar. Pero no quiero pendejos que no quieren respetar. Déjame pendejo papi ya no más. Déjame pendejo papi ya no más.
What Is up, everybody? It is your boy Luis Martinez, aka Epic Chief Burrito, and we are live on Wednesday.
Wednesday today, yeah.
Listen, when I tell you that I thought it was Thursday for a minute today,
Yeah, what happened there? We got to get into that in personal news.
MiGenteShow live and direct from San Diego, California, the Burrito Lounge in Chula Vista, California. Myself, Big Chief Burrito, with my beautiful co-host, Miss Sofia Carrillo.
That's me.
How you doing today? Happy Mexican Independence Day.
Woo woo! Yeah, that was this week. It's that's why I wore this sweater. You know, I gotta represent my people. I got the little Mexico in the back. You can't really see, pero ahí está.
I was confused because I thought it was Cinco de Mayo.
I hate when people think that.
I mean, just kidding. All the white people were super confused today. Like, what? It's September.
That is my favorite pastime, is telling people that the actual Mexican Independence Day, it is indeed not Cinco de Mayo.
No.
That, and telling them that the Caesar salad was invented in Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico.
Yeah.
Those are my fun facts. That's all I got.
Those are your
That's all I got. There's nothing left after that.
We'll tell everybody about my debacle earlier today in trying to be a good pet owner. But we got a good show today because we have a very special guest that's joining us today.
Yeah.
And I have a video queued up of some of his work. So we're going to watch that real quick and then we're going to bring him on. You know, there we go. Let's do it that way. All right, here we go. Which one you like better? That one or this one? Sure, you like
the other one. I like the other one. For an introduction, the bigger one.
The bigger one, like this? There you go. All right, go do it.
Así con drum roll.
Remember me? Bravo. I want to hurt your grandpa, so come with me, okay?
Tell him I'm the chief.
He's aware.
Good.
¿Sabes? Hay una cosa que me enseñaste de morrito que me ha ayudado a sobrevivir todos estos años. Pero ahora las cosas van a ser como tengan que ser.
Take your ass.
Luis Infante, yo tengo un trato, carnal. Pero no te va a gustar.
Tú ya estás muerto.
Ooh.
What someone in my position would want from someone in yours.
And how loyal can you be to me?
Just try me.
Serán pendejos.
Yes. So we call range.
So joining us today from the Netflix show, two Netflix shows, El Diablero, as well as Narcos Mexico, as well as a movie with Clint Eastwood, video games, theater, and soon to be the voice of Batman in the Azteca Batman movie, Mr. Horacio Garcia Rojas joining us today.
So happy Friday. No, sorry, it's Wednesday.
We're all confused as much as you are.
No,
Welcome on.
yeah, welcome, Nathan.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
what an introduction there. Hey, let's sometimes I used to do a thing for my other show where I would do reviews of actors' reels in real time. And I was like, oh, this is a guess. I can't do my real review. Be like, you should have put this clip here, this clip here. But there's a lot of stuff in there. There's a lot of good stuff in there, man. You've been staying busy.
Yeah, I think I have 18 years of career. I finished the acting school in 2006, and I made my first movie that year with Tilda Swinton. So I started with Tilda Swinton, and
Jesus.
so it's pretty cool. And I want to introduce you, my friend. It's one of the peaks of the show that is part of my reel. Like, so those are zombies.
Stop.
Is one of the. It's part of the production.
Did you take that from set?
Yes.
I love that.
Here. But it
love
looks
when
so
people take
real.
stuff from set. It
Now it's a little
does.
bit yellow. It used to be like pink, but the sponge like absorbed the paint.
Mhm.
But it's really realistic. My daughter, when she was like kid, like 5 years, he hated because he said, "Why the pig sleep there? Release the pig! Release the pig!"
It's pretty creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy. It's cute, creepy, creepy, cute.
Creepy cute. Yeah.
What was your movie with Tilda?
Yeah, the name is
Julia,
Julia.
no? Yeah.
Yeah. 2006, 2007.
That was actually one of my questions. I was just gonna be like, "What's Tilda Swinton like?"
She's pretty cool.
Yeah.
She's really nice, and she's really humble, and she's one of the greatest partners in the scene I ever had. It's like a super nice, and she teach me a lot. I was really nervous because it was my first. Not well, it was my first in a lot of things. It was my first professional job as an actor, and it was my first time in front of the camera because
Mhm.
I studied the acting school at Lassa Theater, and I just made like theater, and then that it was the first time in front of the camera, and she looked at me and she told me like, "Okay, you're nervous? Yes. Why? Well, because it's my first movie, and because my first movie is with you.
With you.
You're one of the greatest actors of the history." And she told me like, "Well, you're Mexicans. You love dance." Yeah, but this is like to dance. We need to dance together. Even the scene is really violent, but we need to dance together, and we need to take care each other and enjoy the fiction. And you need to connect with me, and I need to connect with you, and let the people do their work. Like DP is gonna put their camera when they need it, and the director, like in a metaphor way, he's gonna put the music. But we are the dancers. So t- relax, focus on me, and I'm gonna focus on you. And that's really nice from somebody like her, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, because she could have very well just showed up on set, not talked to you, set action, waited, did her job, and left. I love when actors are giving like that, and you know,
I
like
think
when
it's
they
part
were
of
doing.
our.
Go ahead.
We're humans,
Yeah.
and we like to work with humans as well. So I think that's the best part of to be an actor, is like to connect with the other human in front of you.
Hmm.
Alejandro Jodorowsky, he said that acting is the other, not you.
Yeah.
So you need to focus in the other, and the other is going to focus in you. And when those energy are there, the magic is in the middle.
Hmm.
What techniques or what method did you study when you're acting?
Well, but it depends. Every teacher has their own method, and you're like we said, like you do your own recipe of your acting skills. So you take some things from one method and some things from another, and any project needs different things, you know.
Hmm.
Some projects need you like to study more, and some projects need you more aware, like to less information it's better because you can like react like really honest and like from your instincts as an actor and as a human being. So I don't have like one method. I just enjoy to be on set.
You
I
just
think the
take bits
method
and
I think the
pieces.
method is to be like a kid and enjoy the game and play.
Hmm.
Actually, in English it's better because in English it's play, to
Yeah,
play,
it's
and
literally
and,
display.
and in Spanish it's actuar. Vamos a actuar. Y it's like it, and sometimes actuar is like a pretend,
Yeah.
and play it's play. Like the kid playing like to be Iron Man. They play and they believe they're Iron Man. So I like more the term to play than to act.
What
I
is
like that.
this? Did this start? Did this passion for acting start as a kid, or is it something that you do later on?
No, I think from as a kid I want to be like a storyteller. But I really like to draw, and I thought when I was kid that I gonna be like a comic artist. But then
Oh.
when I grew up, I realized that there's people they're really talented, and I'm not talented enough. But I like the idea to tell stories. But I studied international business as my first career, and in the university, it's when I started acting.
Oh wow. So that wasn't your first career. You already had a career in business.
Yeah.
And what led to you switching into acting?
So I was in the group of theater in the university since when I was 18. So first semester of the career, I started in the group of theater, but as a hobby. But when I have like a 4 years in the career, I said, okay, this is not a hobby. I really love this, and I want to do it
Mhm.
for the rest of my life. But I was like 6 months to finish the school, the college. So I said to myself, okay, let's finish the college, get a degree, and then with a degree, go to seek your passion to Mexico City.
Ah.
But it helped me a lot because actually, like to when you know that it's your last chance, because I
Mhm.
wasn't young when I moved to Mexico City. I had like almost 24. I'm still young, but not as young as other people who start like 18.
Yeah, like back
To
then I think like at 18 you go to El SEA and you become a telenovela actor and
Oh,
that's kind of the
whatever.
pathway.
Wow,
Uh-huh.
look my profile. They never accept me at SEA. Yeah, in those
I
schools.
was gonna ask if that was ever like a thing for you. Like, did you ever dream? Because
No,
I had that dream once where I was like, I'm gonna go to El SEA, like, and I
I
never
never
did.
liked. To be honest, I never liked SEA and Televisa, but I like some soap operas of TV Azteca, like La
Mm-hmm.
vida en el espejo, Mirada de mujer. But
Mm-hmm.
those opera operas are produced by Argos.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, I
my,
love
my
Argos.
first my first time in Mexico, I go to El CEFAC, that is the acting school of Televisión Azteca,
Mm-hmm.
and they were really nice and really honest. I really appreciate that. So the guy who made the interview, he told me like, okay, I think you're really good as an actor because yeah, you present like a casting to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me like, I really like your audition, but I need to be honest. The profile now for the Cefak, it's like he's like it's like, and I thought, okay, I gotta save you from this position. It's white people. Don't I
Mm.
get it? Pretty white people. He said, no, but let's be honest. And he told me, okay, yeah, maybe. Not that way, but maybe. But there's another option. And he told me, do you see Casa Azul? And Casa Azul is the Argos, the acting school of Argos. And I
Mm.
said, oh, I never think about it. So I visit Casa Azul and I get into Casa Azul.
Oh wow.
But the thing is, like, some places are not the fit for you,
Yeah.
but there's one place for you as an artist. You need to find that place.
Oh man, I love that. And Argos does more like I would say more serious filmmaking in Mexico as I mean in comparison to Televisa who does like the more like telenovela, over dramatic kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think of the people who has like my age. I'm 44,
Hmm.
but in the like 20 something years ago, Argos with TV Azteca, they launched Mirada de Mujer. That is like a big change from the narrative of the telenovelas and soap operas,
Hmm.
because it was the first telenovela that it looks like real. There's not a bad guy who speaks this way, and there's people with like problems in their day by day life, and the
Hmm.
story is really nice. For those who doesn't remember, Mirada de Mujer is one old lady, and he get divorced because his husband cheated her, and she fall in love to a guy who's pretty younger than her.
Hmm.
So that's like a big hit for Mexico. And they hire a lot of really good actors that came from the theater, not from the television.
Yeah. Do you prefer the theater over film, or would you say that it's switched at this point?
I think the theater is a theater.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah, because it's 1 hour or 2 hours, just you, the stage, and the audience.
Hmm.
Well, all the things in the theater, but it's like the fiction starts and never ends. And the movies, you shot scenes,
Hmm.
and then in editing, they edit the whole movie and they tell the whole story.
Hmm.
But like theater, it's on live, it's there, you feel the energy of the audience, the audience feels
You got
you,
one shot.
and
Hmm.
you have one
You got
shot.
one shot a night to get it right. And
And every night is different,
It's
you know?
different.
Yeah.
You're different. Your energy is different.
Yeah.
Your day affects you in different ways. So every night it's like a different chance to explore something different, and that's like really really powerful for the actors. But movies and now series, you have the chance to connect to the whole world.
Hmm.
over a longer period of time.
Yeah,
Guys,
and you're always there.
always,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's
The
evergreen.
movie's gotta be,
They can see your performance 10 years from now, 6 years
yeah,
from now, when they're clicking on something to look for.
yeah.
Guys, we're live here with Horacio Garcia Rojas. If you have any questions about his role upcoming as the voice of Batman, about working
Mira.
with Tilda on his first film, or Cry Macho, even Diablero, Reina del Sur, a bunch of other things that he's been in, general acting. Go ahead, put them in the chat where we're going to be
Now I
talking.
have two big shows too. I have a really successful show on Netflix, Accidente.
Accidente.
Yeah, it was a big hit. Now I think it was the most watched show the last week, like non-English show.
Oh, so
Really?
it's a new release then.
Yeah, they released like 3 weeks ago, I guess. And I
Oh.
have another show on Apple TV, the first Mexican show for Apple TV, and Islas Azules. And we are now in the eighth or ninth episode.
Oh
They
wow.
released today the ninth episode.
All right, we got Mario
Amazing.
Quart from Wisconsin saying, "Oh, hi, saludos desde Wisconsin" over on Instagram. Thank you for joining us,
Saludos,
Mario.
bandita.
And then we have a question here from Edgar, who says, "Can we expect any more seasons of Diablero, o ya cerraron El Changaro?"
Oh.
Voy a llorar en Diablero.
Oh no.
No, stop.
Yeah, they closed the Changarro.
Ah.
Well, I'm not gonna say forever because a lot of people of the show, we want to bring back the show. We don't know how, we don't know when,
Hmm.
but it's something that we want to do.
Isn't that
Because
so Netflix though?
Hmm.
well, the platforms are have their own measuring,
The
But
algorithm.
but I think the algorithm. But I think like Diablero, it was like a big hit for the Mexican television, and I think it's a bigger hit in the States
Hmm.
than in Mexico because I feel that it connects more with the people who cross the border, who have this different vision from what is Mexico. And Mexico, it's people like us. 75% of the population in Mexico were brown skins, and what not just Mexico, and all Latin America. And what we see in television, it's people who doesn't look like us. So when you have a show like Diablero, that it's the main characters, they have this big nose, this face, this color of the skin. They speak Nahuatl, and
Hmm.
all the narrative connects with who we are as Mexicans and as a Latinos and as a human being. So that I think that's the power of Diablo. And it's one of the first shows of science fiction, dark fantasy, not melodrama, not narcos, like something different. So it's a promise to me first and to the audience that I don't know when and I don't know how, but at some point we're gonna bring back Diableros.
Oh, that's exciting.
That's why I need to be really famous. People make me really famous.
Well,
to
you know,
bring back those kind of shows.
listen, I'll direct an episode for scale. I don't care if you need a director to pop in there for a little 2-3 episode arc. I got you. No trip.
We're building the team.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm in. Or if you need
Cameo, I'll
a
be
decent
there.
actress, Sophia can act a little bit.
Yeah,
She's
Just
been
a
in
little
couple,
bit. Just a little bit.
she's been in a couple of my movies. So you start off you going on this one career path. You think that this is what you're gonna do, business world, corporate world, and then you take a class, you get the bug, you decide this is what I want to do. Did you think at that time that you'd be sharing the screen with Clint Eastwood?
Mustard.
I mean, did you ever watch like some of his movies when you were growing up?
Of course, who doesn't?
What was your favorite Clint Eastwood movie growing up?
I think $1 Million Baby. I really love Bucks.
Okay. I was going to say one of the westerns, but that's a great one.
I really like the westerns, but I connect really hard with $1 Million Baby. The idea of the underdog, and then the drama and the destiny, what the destiny wants from you, and I think it's like really powerful drama. But of course, The Unforgiven, it's like when you watch those movies. It's like to see him there is like it's great. So to work with him is like a dream. To be part, because I'm part of the history now, because he's part of the history of not just Hollywood, the worldwide cinema.
And something that I was gonna do is like we do like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, where you try to connect an actor through a role, but you're already connected to Clint Eastwood. So why would we play a Kevin Bacon game where you're like connected to Tilda, you're connected to Clint, you're connected to people that you acted with in Narcos. So you share some screen
Oscar
time.
Isaac, Andy Garcia, Bill Paxton, Brendan Fraser, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah, that's like
you do it in a lot less than 6 degrees.
That's like, it's like you probably were in a movie with Kevin Bacon, or you will be at some point. And then you branch out. You're still, you're in all these shows. You're getting consistent work, but then you're also getting, alternative options to do. Because the way I met you is you were acting in a video game that independent video game that's sort of a Grand Theft Auto, but set in like Aztec culture. Can you tell us a little bit about delving into that area as a theater actor? Does the theater actor part of that help you the most in that, like against the green screen and stuff like that?
Yeah, of course. It's more than just that. It's like to create a fiction, like to create this atmosphere where everything is this place where when everything is possible. So the fiction is like something for us, like it's the most important thing. So in the theater, you create the fiction sometimes with any other element, just one chair. Sometimes they give you one chair and one light, and that's it. And it's you, the text, the direction, and the audience. So when you leave that when they put you in the set, they give you much more elements. So it's going to be much more easy to create a fiction there. And for me, the video games, it's a new narrative. So now we're watching video games that they tell better stories than the shows. Sometimes we play some video games because, of course, the entertainment, it's nice to play there. But at the same time, the story of the video game, it's pretty nice. Yeah. That's why all Hollywood now is looking to the video games as IPs to bring those ideas to the big screen. So when they invite me to the video game, I said, okay, I'm in, because I wanna be part of this industry that I liked, and I think it's a new way to connect with the young audience, like the video games. And this video game, they want to bring back our historical past, our roots, who we are, where we come from, and put in there. It's a good option for the kids to then they try to find in themselves where they came from, where are their roots. So
because it's
I want to
important.
be
Like,
part of those.
no,
What?
yeah, absolutely. No, no. I was gonna say that along with what you were saying, the same way we talk about representation being important to be able to see you as a kid growing up and not just as a drug dealer or a drug addict, etc. made that it's also to be seen as a protagonist of a video game is just as or almost more important to young kids growing up to be able to see themselves as a protagonist in a story.
And the warrior.
Yeah, and a
Like
warrior.
to know that in this blood we have warrior blood there. We came from really powerful roots, not just the Mexicans, all Latin America. And to be part of this of something like Mictlan, it's a center in Mexico, like Mexico Tenochtitlan, so the Mexicas culture. But somebody who came from Peru and who watch a game like Mictlan, they got to think about the Incas and their own past and their own history and their own stories. So that's why I love to be part of these kind of shows. And now they invite me to ask the Batman. That's why I love Diablero, because it's part of that. It's like it's connected with that past that is still alive in our skin, in our features. And now, for example, in Mexico, there's 69 languages right now in the present.
Fucking insane. And then shout out to our friend Jose Turriaga, who did some of the background visuals for Biplan. And he said he was like, "Hey, you know this guy's also in Batman." When I posted about it today, I was like, "Oh shit, man, that's just the list keeps on going." Which he also, I think, did some concept art and stuff for as well. He's a great artist.
Yeah, he's working with Juan Mesa Leon in Batman,
Yeah.
and it's really nice. Like all the people who really care to bring those stories in the present, we're connected in different projects. I really love that.
We got a comment from Instagram from Mario. He says, "Let's launch a petition to have Horacio play El Muerto in the MCU." All right.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Tell your
I don't know,
agent.
but between Bad Money and us.
I was gonna ask you like because you've been in other. I was like, if you
I'm a
were
real actor.
if you were going to play a superhero, who would you want to play? But you're playing Batman, so what? It's everything is a step down from there, right?
Well, in live action, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, it's completely different. Yeah, I really love to. Okay, can you imagine at some point they're gonna launch like a live action movie of As the Batman? It will be great.
Oh man,
it could be kick ass. I really love those stories. I grew up with superheroes. I grew up with comics. I'm from the '80s, so I grew up with creepers, creatures, gremlins, Lost Boys, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal. So that's why I love Diablero, because Diablero is like a kind of like homage to that. Like it's part of all the people who work in Diablero. We just talk about those shows and those movies.
When you start, when you get the role of an Aztec Batman, obviously you're gonna it's a voice role. So how do you begin to develop that voice? Can you give us like a little preview of what he's sounding like these days, or do you try to stay away from like obviously every other Batman that's done it? You don't want to sound too like Tim Burton-ish, or like it's you.
Yeah, who doesn't want to sound like Tim Burton-ish?
I mean, like Michael Keaton. Like if you're gonna go Michael Keaton,
like
Batman,
Michael Keaton.
I mean, Lego Batman is also kind of iconic, but that's kind of like a parody.
I think that was the coolest because he's a more dramatic, the Lego Batman.
But he's doing a Christian Bale sort of parody, which is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
So how do you stay away from those?
A little bit and no. So the idea is like when it's like a luchador, when you wear the mask, you're not yourself. So even your voice need to change because you're not anymore you are the character, you are the luchador, you are El Santo, and in this case you are Batman, and he's wearing a mask. But when I talk with Jose Mesa Leon, the director, saludos, we said like, hey, he's really young, so he doesn't develop yet the idea to scare the people with the voice, because important part of Batman is like when he's wearing the mask, he tried to scare the enemy, not just with the image, with his voice also. So, but in this case, like this Batman is really, really, really young, and so he's just connecting with this idea to be this hero. So we changed a little bit the voice, but not so much.
Okay.
Can you give us a little preview?
Let's
Yeah.
hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Hey, say you're watching MiGenteShow as Think Batman.
En español,
En español.
Sí.
la voz de Yaguali tiene una voz muy cálida. Entonces Yaguali tiene una voz muy cálida y Batman tiene como esa misma voz, pero más asentada. So we didn't use this voice. No hicimos un cambio tan complejo de la voz. So, it's to think the same guy, like, but it's one guy, like it's alive, and he's like a happy kid, and then is a superhero. And this is serious. But okay, we can wait 6 months, and it's better to
Okay,
listen
all
to
right,
my voice
all right. He's not-
against the image.
There you go.
I'm excited.
Espérense tantito.
That was awesome. That was
Is
perfect.
there? I mean, I know I've known about the project, but what is? Are there any major differences in the mythology? Obviously, what do you think? Obviously, it's going to have a similar character, but the mythology is going to be all different, right? The lore.
I think it's the roots of Batman. So it's this guy who belonged to kingdom allied to Mexico, Tenochtitlan, and when Cristobal Colon came to his home, he killed his father. So he did run away, and he was like ¿cómo se dice? Escondido.
Hidden, yeah.
Yeah, he was hidden in the temple of Tinacan, who is the bad god, el dios murciélago. And then there he developed the idea of the vengeance, but he understood it is justice, not vengeance. So it's like the part of the beginnings of Batman, but this is set in 21 in Mexico, Tenochtitlan. En la caída de México, Tenochtitlan. So Two Faces is Hernán Cortés.
Oh my god, that's amazing! I'm so hyped for this.
It's really cool. I think it's really cool. We know that maybe some people is gonna hate it because you're touching his favorite character, and some people doesn't like that, and I understand. But at the same time, it's not the same story, so it's not canon of those stories. It's like it's an else world. What if, like Marvel? No, Marvel said, "What if?" It's like something like that, like. What will happen in those days? There's like kind of Batman there.
That is
to fight against the Spaniards.
I can't wait to see it. I'm excited.
I mean,
it's pretty nice.
Oh,
right. This is
and the design of the character is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's an image of Choque de Imperios. It's like Clash of the Titans, but the Clash of the Empires.
There you are.
I think there's and around the internet, there's the image of those caras too.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let me
Let's see if we can find it.
I'll take a look at it. I mean, the character, obviously mythology, the lore is going to be different, and it's set in a different time.
The lore is going to be different.
But you're really, you're right next to Ben Affleck, huh? Yeah. Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, and
Adam West,
and now Horacio Garcia Rojas. Yeah, how's that feel?
Cool. Really cool, because the original voice is going to be mine. Maybe they're going to dub in English, but the original voice to that Batman is my voice.
That is so cool.
So it's really cool.
How did you was voice acting something that came sort of naturally to you, or is this something that you had a lot of training and learning to do?
I think the professionals, they have a lot of training, but in the school they teach you to. Some directors, for example, they direct with the eyes closed, because they say they need to believe you with just listen your voice. So sometimes you need to connect your whole body as an instrument and let it through just your voice, all the feelings and everything. So the dub thing, like in the cartoons, it's like that. It's like to get into it and just put all the energy, let it through your voice, but use your body to do that. And as I told at the beginning, I'm part of. I really love comics and cartoons and everything, so I play all the time with myself, even with my daughter, to make voices and do crazy things. Actually, I have some in the pandemic. There was a comic from Diablero, Mundo Diablo. That they're like a short stories of the same universe. So in the pandemic, I asked to the artists like if I can use their art to create like kind of short films, and I made like animatic short films through the art of the artists from the comics, and I create a story with my voice. So if you get into my page and YouTube, you can find some of them. And actually, I can send you one if you want to put it
Sure.
for
Yeah, send the
for
link.
your audience.
Yeah, just
It's
put it
really
in your-
cool.
Put it in the private chat. I'll pull it up right now.
You have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, but I just have like some videos. I don't have like anything.
Oh, okay. It's not like you're not a YouTuber or something like that on the site. It's kind of for your reel and where you put your content.
While you're looking for that, I'm gonna play the Mictlan video.
Not now, but I have some ideas to open a channel
Ooh.
talking about these things like geek things.
Would you do like sketch on it? Sketches? Like would it be film centered or
No, like I want to open a channel to talk about the geek world from different perspectives.
Okay.
Oh wow. I love that.
And with creators in the industry.
Would you ever consider doing your own podcast? Sorry, I'm like asking a ton of questions. Last one. Would you ever consider doing your own podcast?
Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
I really love it. I'm from Veracruz, so we love to talk. So I can talk for hours.
There's your name.
I feel it.
The ratio hour.
Yeah.
Just 1 hour a day, you talking live. Boom. There you go. All right, let me let's as I'm waiting. I'll get that video for you in a second, but let's take a look at some of the Mictlan, an ancient mythical tale.
Let's do it.
Intecuicuili huehue, tlamacasqui tequinetzcayotl, inaltepecuxotli. Inotlatlanochi, intlatelchihuanti notlаtlanochi. Miacomiqueque, inutepalcocone. Miacomiqueque. Tlatlahuilistli pampa, ixamiquillo.
Qué batalla tan complicada. Me pregunto cuántos de ellos habrán logrado escapar. Malditos salvajes, aun con Dios de nuestro lado, me provocan temor. Manteneos alerta. ¡Auxilio! ¡Auxilio!
Love a good conquistador murder.
I know, I'm like, I'm enjoying this a little too much. ¡Viva México!
Conquista murder.
Soldados, a mí. ¡Atacar!
Ooh, that's good.
There we go.
I hope they'll launch it one day.
Well, I mean, we were talking about it when we've been waiting for like literally like 10 years for Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's still
Yeah.
like it's supposed to be out this year, and they're like, actually, we need one more year. But then again, it's gonna make like $50 bazillion. So they're taking their time with it because they're also at the same time their old video game is still making billions of dollars every year. So they have the right, or at least the privilege, to take their time with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up that video that you sent us real quick. We'll go get that going. And
Wait. Oh, I was gonna ask a question. Is yours relevant? Because mine is random as hell. I was just curious.
Go ahead. Let's go random. Let's
I
always
just
go
wanted
random.
to know, what is your worst, if you have one, audition experience?
Well, there's a lot. Actually,
Really? Okay, I
some
love
of
these
them,
stories.
some of them I get the roles.
Really?
Because sometimes
then
you feel
it's
like
not that bad then.
But you felt when you do it, you felt like you were doing something really bad.
Yeah.
Because and sometimes to be honest, right now, for me, like the audition is like it's like when you get drunk and you forget what happened the next day.
Yeah. It's black.
Sometimes I get in of the audition room and I get out and like I took off the chip. I forget what happened there.
Yeah.
Because to leave asking yourself what could you do better that day or in that position.
Do you subscribe to like the theory of just being there and just saying I have the part right now for the next 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna perform it?
So when you get in, it's like I'm the character.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I have the part right now. I have the part.
Yeah, right now.
I hope they called me. I'm gonna go.
I hope they called me in 10 minutes to tell me.
And then after that, it's up to them, right?
Yeah.
But talking about like these facts of racism, the first years of my career were tough because when you were studying, the easy money that you can have as an actor is work for commercials.
Mm-hmm.
So you get to audition of like big product and they ask for a Latino Internacional. Mm-hmm. So you see yourself and I'm Latino, I'm Internacional, so I gotta knock the door for the casting. And when you get there, some people once they told me like, you look yourself? Yeah. What are you doing here? Well, because I want to audition for this commercial. Yeah, but you see the people who's auditioning, they're handsome and they're white and look at yourself. That was like 20 years ago. And it's really hard because when you are young and when you're studying the acting school and somebody tells you like you're not handsome because you're not white, because you look like un pinche indio, they make you feel bad. But the good thing is that in this career, they push you to look yourself into the mirror and to talk with that image, and to when you look that image and you said, okay, yeah, I'm a pinche indio. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud of that. But at that point, it's hard. Yeah. So then you know that I don't want to touch those doors anymore. And they're open another doors. And but I was Elvis Infante, a Demon Hunter. Mm-hmm. And that's much better than to sell refrescos in the big screen.
Exactly.
But at some point it's really hard.
Listen, you know who's got a real comfortable life? Flo from Progressive. She's
my dream.
You get that Flo money, you do one commercial, but I wonder why she doesn't like do like movies or stuff now, because I mean she just does her Progressive commercial, clocks in, clocks out, collects that check.
And chin 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 chin.
I think for me, my dream would be like a sitcom that runs for 10 years. Like that would be amazing. Like a How I Met Your Mother, that would be juicy. Good paycheck, consistent, and then you can do film on the side. That would be perfect.
What is
I like those shows, but I don't know if I can be the same character for 10 years.
True. I think I think
For
that's also
me.
I think that's also partially why these actors start directing their own episodes eventually and start branching out because
Yeah, they try to get fun because like I gotta do the same jokes.
yeah.
At least, well, if you talk about like Game of Thrones, that's completely different because the arc of the characters it's really complex.
That's true.
But in this show, like Modern Family, is the same character for 10 seasons.
Yeah.
There is a good money,
True.
of course, but for me, I like to play.
You like to play. It's the excitement
Yeah,
of being an actor. Every project is a completely
it's
different world.
different, and the
Yeah.
character is different, and demands different things from you.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we are live talking with Horacio Garcia Rojas. You may know him from Narcos Mexico. You might know him from acting alongside screen legend Clint Eastwood in Crime Macho. So, Clint, right? Only a couple of takes, all natural light. Are those rumors true?
Yeah,
Very fast.
yeah. That's why the Warner Brothers love him because he made a movie in 6 weeks.
It's like
And good
lights.
movies.
I don't need no stinking lights. All
It's
natural.
and it's really nice because they know him. His team. He has a team that he's worked with him like for the last 7 films, some of them. So they get into the. We shoot that film in COVID.
Oh, wow.
So the logistic was hard. But the DP, the director of photography, he gets to the set and he said, okay, I think Clint would want the camera here and with the other camera there. And I think he would ask you that you get from there and you line here. But I think, and then Clint came to say, okay, I want the camera here and I want the camera there. And then you get in through that place and you stop here and say your lines. And that's it. Lights. And he's like, more lights. And he just looking at him like, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. So he 1 or 2 shots and boom, next.
That's it.
Boom, next.
Damn.
Boom, next. $1 Million Baby, they shoot that film in 6 or 7 weeks. And if you think like the new movies, they spend like 5 months to shoot it.
Yeah, it's wild.
So he's really effective. He knows what he wants. He's editing on his mind at the same time that he's directing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they asked him, oh, but look the light. I remember we were shooting in the mountains, and the DP, the light was gorgeous, but gorgeous. And the DP told him like, okay, can we do this shoot because the light is there? And then he saw the light. He said, just because the light is nice.
Let's do it.
That's the only reason.
All right,
And that shot is in the film. But he said like just because the light. And the other day he said, no. I'm not gonna need it. I'm not gonna use it. Let's move.
He doesn't have time for this. He's like, I ain't got time.
No, he has idea here. He's editing. He's
sorry.
editing here.
One of the biggest mistakes filmmakers make is getting too much coverage. And I was speaking to a young filmmaker the other day. Actually, that when I was with Jorge Gutierrez from Book of Life at ChicanoCon, and he's like, he handed her off to me because she was asking him about movie, and she's like, well, Luis is a filmmaker, and then she pulled out her phone and showed me her first film, which is always great. And she had this one scene of a guy getting up in the morning, smoking a cigarette, and putting his shoes on, and walking out the door, and she had like 11 angles, and I was like, I'm like, are you showing off, or what do you think? You're like, that angle was great. You could have shot the whole scene. You know what I mean? So
that's fun.
Sometimes we get more footage than we need, and then you're like, oh, I was right the first time. You don't trust yourself sometimes.
And now because it's digital.
Yeah.
But my first 4 movies were like in cinema.
Film.
It's in photography. So you just in film, you just have like 2 shots. And that's it. So the directors, they need to have really clear what they want.
Yeah.
Storyboard, all that.
Because you didn't have enough film to finish the film. But like cover from every other angle when you're young and you're started, I think it's a path. You need to put the camera in all the places to understand what is your style and what you want to what is your angle and what's your point of view. But like Clint Eastwood, how many films he has? He knows
He
his
knows
point of view.
exactly. Yeah.
He knows exactly what he wants, and that's really to work with people. Work with people like them. It's really nice because
Yeah.
you know that you have one or two shots, so you need to work before that.
Perfect.
So
Yep.
you need to get to the set, prepare, because they just gonna give you one or two, and he has it.
Yeah.
As an actor, he has it. So
I wonder if he took more than 2 shots of his sex scenes, though. Because I mean, I don't know. Maybe like, hey,
I don't know.
we can do one more.
I don't know.
So actually, let's go ahead, keep the camera rolling.
Oh god.
Keep it rolling. We do one more for. Let's do 6 more for safety. Just 6 more shots for safety, and then we got it.
But you never do that. But I want it now.
I don't want it. The lighting was off. I'm gonna let our audience know I'm posting the link here in because for some reason Instagram cuts off our live feed after an hour. So just giving you guys over on Instagram. If the feed ends, you can follow that link and catch us over on YouTube or on we're on Facebook on MiGenteShow or the YouTube channels. Just for Hella Chismetazi, Johnny, Mario, everybody over, Alex that's watching over on Instagram. Once the stream ends there, you can come over. No rehearsal either for Clint Sedegger or
Can you do a walkthrough or something? No, nothing.
Some scenes he rehearsed,
okay.
But like a really light because it's like he wants to. He told you that don't put emotion there because I want emotion when we're shooting. But to have clear the rhythm, and if there's like all the movements in front of the camera, like all the choreography, but
blocking.
The blocking, just the blocking and blocking one rehearsal and then boomba.
Right, I'm there.
And
God, that's awesome.
And I'm working with Clint Eastwood. You want more, you know?
Oh yeah. That
You want to
big
savor it. You want a funny story to tell.
Yeah, you're the teacher. Again, let's do it again and again and again and
mess
again.
Mess up a take one time, so he has to do it again.
This take
because I flubbed my line.
This take is perfect, but can we do another version of the take? And then no.
Okay. Can I improvise one?
No.
No.
Hey, you should just bother him. He's like, hey, Clint, when can I get this for my reel?
What's
Talk
that?
Talk to the editor. All right, let's play this clip from Horacio's YouTube channel.
¿Cuánto tiempo más tendré que esperar? ¿Cuánto más? Los ángeles, ellos tienen a Miguel Arcángel y a su Dios olvidado escondido allá arriba en los cielos. Los nahuales, a su madre la de la falda de serpientes. Joaquín, la que alimentó cientos de dioses. Nosotros tenemos a un mentiroso. Se nos prometió libertad y recibimos exilio, polvo y ceniza sobre nuestras cabezas, añorando lo que en otrora tuvimos. Habremos de volver y suplicar por clemencia, restauraríamos a nuestro viejo rey. Jamás. Dolor y placer, milenios buscándolo, un nuevo rey, el Mesías negro. Venimos al nuevo mundo en tregua con Miguel Arcángel. Seducir a los hombres es cosa de demonios. Todos estuvimos de acuerdo en ello. Fructificar y multiplicaros. Procrear abundantemente en la tierra. Plagarla de humanos. Se suponía que seríamos dioses. Que construiríamos bosques en medio de ciudades. Fuimos engañados. El hombre no puede ver nada bello. Todo lo quiere para él. Destrucción y sangre. Es su único legado. ¿Cuánto más debe esperar? ¿Cuánto más? Rechazo al Dios olvidado y a los nuevos dioses. Rechazo mi corona y sus círculos infernales. Rechazó al hombre y su ambición desmedida, su tortura y envidia. Rechazo el viento del este. Si con esto puedo obtener una sola misericordia, ver con mis propios ojos aquel que habría de venir y traer consigo al único y verdadero rey de los demonios.
Si te veo, será para atraparte, no para traerte un Mesías. Intra, incula me.
There you go.
Sheesh.
You did the
That was
illustration.
amazing.
I have like 3 clips.
Okay.
This one and other two, and I was really bored in pandemic, so I was like doing these things in my home with my computer and my cell phone, and taping the voices. And I have a friend in Querétaro, and he told me, "Okay, I can make the music. Okay, let's just put the music together." So there are small pieces like to tell a little bit more stories of Diablero, but like just like an exercise, like a game.
Mhm.
But I really like to tell stories with my voice. So I start to use my voice, like really deep voice for the demons.
That's so cool. That's cool. How do you do that?
It was really cool. It was fun.
Wait, the illustration, but the illustrations, you did that part?
No. That's Oscar Pinto. He's a really talented Mexican illustrator. But they made a comic of Diablero, and they have like 9 stories, like short stories. And the comic of the name of the comic is Mundo Diablo.
Okay.
Actually, there is a translation in English from the comic.
Look it up. Let's see.
Hey, we were able to go live again on Instagram. Look at that. The power of the internet. Yes. We're live still with Horacio Rojas, talking all things. Well, let's talk a little bit about Diablero and Netflix and Narcos. How did you end up getting those roles? Was that just kind of like the progression of your career? Was that a long audition process?
Audition process, like regular audition process.
Oh wow.
I need to say it. I think Diablero is maybe the first like a big casting that I really know that it's me the character.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get to the first casting and I made it, and I see the face of the director, it's like click, cling, it's mine. But because I did say that I didn't create a character, so I just put myself in the situation. It's like, what will happen if Horacio was a demon hunter?
Mm.
Like me as a demon hunter. So I give to Elvis Infante like my sense of humor, like even my voice. Like it's one of the characters that I didn't create like a character. You just have few chances to do that.
Just put yourself.
And I choose and I choose like Diablero is like I'm gonna put myself in that situation. Of course, it's not my story because my life is completely different from Elvis Infante's life.
Mhm.
But it's kind of like to be me playing to be Elvis Infante. And I shooting the first season of Diablero and the first season of Narcos Mexico exactly at the same time.
Wow.
So some days I have work in Narcos in the morning, and then I run to the set of Diablero to shoot like the scenes of Diablero.
Wow.
They were
It
were
was-
they both okay with it because it was all Netflix, or how did you manage that?
The line producer of Diablero, they're really friends with the line producer of Narcos. So I get first the role of Narcos. And then the casting director, Sandra Leon Becker, a quien le mando un fuerte abrazo, she called me and she said, she told me like, okay, I have a really great tape, a really great casting, and I think it's you. I think it's your energy, your vibe, your features. We need a guy who looks like you, like looks Mexican, like a really indigenous heritage on their features. We so, and I told her like, but Sandra, I just get the Narcos role. And she told me, you know what? I never do that, but let's do it. Do the casting and then we figure it out.
Oh wow.
And when I finished the casting of Diablero, I said, "Oh shit, I really want to do this. I really want to do this." So I passed to the second audition, and then they called me for the callback, and then I received a call from the producer, and Sandra Solares. She's the same producer of my first film, the film that I made with Tilda Swinton.
Mhm.
So I told her, like, Sandra, I have this situation, and she said, "Okay, let me call Rafa Cuervo, and let's see if we can fix it and if we can manage the situation." And it works. I was like 5 months with no life, no
Oh my
life at all.
god.
I,
5
I didn't see
months.
my daughter. I didn't see my wife because I get to my home and I just sleep like 5, 6 hours and boom, let's go to Diableros or Narcos.
Oh
Actually,
my.
one day I have one scene in Narcos in the morning, then run to the other side of the city to shoot one scene of Diablero, and then run back to Estudios Churubusco to shoot another scene from Narcos, and then again to have another big scene of Diablero. I have like 5 days in the whole, and like that, like
Yeah, 4 separate call
working,
sheets.
like working 18, 19, 20 hours in a row.
Wow.
And
Logistically,
and
how
I
does
was
that
really
even work?
tired.
Oh my god, I
It was a
bet.
pain in the ass, and in Mexico City, it was crazy. But well, Narcos is a really, really big show.
Mhm.
So there's period that they're telling another stories of the big show. So sometimes I have like available a whole week,
Okay. Yeah, that
and
makes sense.
when I have that week, like in the Diableros, like a boom, 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 boom.
Right.
And
I
what about
remember my wife told me like, "You're really tired, but you're smiling at night." I was
Oh.
like dead, but like this. I was really happy, really, 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 really tired.
Mhm.
Even sometimes like a DC or like pass out, like, oh shoot, like I was really tired, but I
Yeah.
was really happy too.
now? You
Yeah.
never had to make that decision, but do you think that if you had to choose between one of the two,
Which one?
which one would you have chosen?
I was curious too.
I think Diable.
Think that that
Really? That would have been a really hard choice, but Diablero.
Yeah, I think I know of Narcos is a really big thing to
it's also a
build
huge
career
cast.
in the
Also,
state. It's a huge cast in the States, but I think that for me, Diablero is unique, and it's part of who I am. I want to be part of shows who are connected with our indigenous heritage, and
Yeah.
and when you mix like indigenous heritage with dark fantasy and science fiction, for me, it's like is what I want to do.
Yeah.
but you're also going from a clean cut, official like a police versus sort of more rugged, like you said, a demon hunter. So just the time and makeup and wardrobe alone must have been like the biggest part of your day, switching from one character to the other, right?
Yeah, and actually, for example, you asked me what technique I use for some characters, and for example, in those days, what helps me a lot as a actor is like with in Narcos, I think all the time like in animals, like Tomás Morlet is it's kind of like a hyena. It's like a guy like he's really specific, so he moves more like from instinct, like from like his soul.
Mhm.
And Elvis Infante is pure soul. So one character, I get the character focus in the movement and the timing of the movements, the precision of their movements. And Elvis Infante is like the free soul.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, I was talking
So
more
that
like
helps me. That
the
helped me a
dress.
lot to
But yeah, those both
switch
things are important.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The makeup artist must have loved
And the
you.
look, if you see the characters one next to the other, it
Yeah.
looks like they're shooting like with years of difference. No, and it's
Yeah.
sometimes the same day.
No, the two characters you were playing at the same time couldn't be more different physically or in style and
And
movement
emotionally,
and
yeah.
emotional and stuff like that. So just from a logistical standpoint of the dress, your beard, you know what I mean? All those things must have been also extra difficult as you're going from one set to the other, you know, on the same day. I would
But
imagine.
that helps you a lot. With you look into the mirror with the character, it's not yourself, you know, and that's really helpful. It's like to play the game, but if you have all the wardrobe, the makeup, the suits, it's much more easy to play the game.
Easier to get into character.
Yeah.
What has been your most challenging role that you've played to date? And why?
There's a small movie, Sin Vivir. The character is like it's a guy who tried to kill himself, to commit suicide, and he's in like a big depression. So it's really, it wasn't her character, but at the same time, they give me a lot of things to me, like to enjoy life and to try to understand why some people are on the edge of take those decisions. So to get to try to think of, to put myself in that situation, I learned a lot of what it means to be alive.
Yeah.
And the blessing of to have somebody to talk with about these things. And some other characters, they need like to prepare physically for, I don't know, I made a movie La Carga, I was an idiota meme, and I need to train like a crazy, like to be really fit and tough. But that's like like different process. There's
It's
one
like
here,
physically
another character you
challenging,
work
yeah,
here.
and emotionally challenging, yeah.
I think it's harder than emotional challenging.
Do you bring your work home with you? Do you find yourself doing that sometimes? When it's like really
What?
heavy? Do you find that when the work is really like emotionally heavy, you bring it home with you, or do you find it hard to detach?
No,
No?
no. I try to not. I like to. My home is my home, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm here. I'm the husband. I'm the father. I'm the brother. I'm the friend. I'm not the character.
That's good. That's good. That's
And at the same
healthy.
time, it's really helpful to like cut and to try to understand what happened. Because at the same point, you need to study your lines. You can study your lines as a character. I prefer
True.
study the lines as Horacio and then say those words as a character.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Oh, I'm lost in the big chip burrito.
No, I'm here. I'm here. You guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can he hear me? Can you hear
I
me,
can hear
Horacio? He might have lost both of us.
I can hear you.
Neither of us? Can you see us? Can you see us?
It might be his internet. Sophia, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Can
Maybe
you
it's
hear
Horacio.
or see us? Horacio.
Let me see.
Sending a chat. I love that he's just putting Batman in here for now. Dude,
I can hear
that's
you.
gnarly. Oh, he can hear us, but not see.
Yeah. I can see you too.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there it is. All right.
It's working now. Well, welcome back.
Well, Horacio, I wanted to. I was happy to meet you when during the video game panel at Comic-Con last year. I know you, and you were like, I told we talked a little bit afterwards. You said you were filming some stuff in Colombia, too, which was cool. Was that Reina or what was that you were doing?
Yeah, it was La Reina del Sur.
What part of Colombia?
We were the first month in Santa Marta in the beach.
Oh, wow.
Really nice. Like 5 weeks in Santa Marta, eating well, walking in the beach. The hot is like hot as hell.
Yeah.
And to work with that weather is like, oh shoot, I just want to be at the beach with a beer or margarita or something, not working, running, chasing people with this weather. But it was great. And then like almost like 6 months in Bogota.
Oh, okay.
Bogota and around Bogota.
Yeah.
Cold.
And
Damn.
then like 2 weeks in Argentina.
God, that sounds so fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was so fun.
So what's? I mean, you're
I
doing.
really love Colombia.
We're doing the video game Batman. Did you already finish your voice for that? Or are you still working with them? Or
Yeah, we tapped the voice like 1.5 years ago. It's the
Okay.
like the
They ever come back and they
like
want like some other like
the
extras? or something like that?
the vintage process. What?
Do they ever come back and say, "Hey, we need you to redo this line, or we're changing this"?
Yeah,
Or...
we do ADRs like 6 months ago.
Nice. So what's
But like
next?
specific clips. Well, we're waiting for the second season of Las Azules, and you know that these contracts, until they don't tell you have the second season, you cannot sign anything else. So we're waiting for that, and I have another show. I hope they'll launch it the next year, Coyotl, and it's about a Nahual too, like a guy who turned himself into kind of werewolf and killed the bad guys, and I'm the bad guy, so they're gonna kill him at some point.
That's
at some
fun.
point.
You
But
played
it's
the
really
villain.
nice. It's again, it's dark fantasy, and when they call me like, okay, we have this show with dark fantasy, I'm in. No, but
You're
let,
like,
let
yep.
me tell you the show. I'm in.
There you go. Oh man, well, it sounds like you're having a good time. You've had an incredible career up to this point, even in the films that you've been, TV shows. You're one of the handful of people that are getting to voice Batman, which is an iconic character. You've had your own Netflix show. You've been on groundbreaking shows and work with incredible actors. So I am very honored and appreciative of you taking the time to come hang out with us today. Obviously, we hope to see more of you in the future and hopefully work together at some point. You know, as always, as a director,
Yeah.
filmmaker, it'd be awesome to collaborate on something at some point. So if you ever need anything, you know where we're at. If you have anything to promote, let us know.
As they say in Mexico, arrieros somos y en el camino andamos.
Exactamente.
Así que nos vamos a topar.
Claro que
And I really love California. I really love San Diego. Chicano Park, it's like a really important place for me to visit every time in San Diego, to see the concheros dancing there and to connect with our roots. It's really powerful. And I don't know why we don't have movies of that, like to see them, what happened there, all the proud that the Mexicans that need to cross the border, or the border cross them, they feel proud of who they are and where they come from. So I'm really, I want to do things with that because it's really powerful for me as a Mexican who live in Mexico. Well, I'll live between United States and Mexico, but I live in Mexico, and to see my hermanos in the other side of the river dancing in Chicano Park, it makes me feel so proud of who I am.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And
I mean,
so it's really it's powerful.
yeah, come and collaborate. I mean, I was born here, lived in Tijuana, grew up over there, and then came and did all my studies here. So I call myself a border baby. That's something that I'm like super passionate about, and just like, yeah, the heritage and everything. And I really appreciate what you're doing for the culture. And it's cool to have someone so talented, you know, kind of like representing us. So I appreciate you. Thank you for your time, Horacio.
No, thank you. Un gran saludo a toda la banda mexa, latina, México y toda Latinoamérica, todos los países que conforman la América Latina, pues somos unos.
Sí.
Y del otro del río nos damos cuenta más de las cosas que nos unen, más que de las cosas que nos separan.
Exacto. Y si vienes acá a San Diego, hay que juntarnos, vamos a Chicano Park, ven a Chicano Con también, a lo que sea.
Sí, sí, sí.
Hay que conectarnos.
No, I'm not a Mexican, but I pay one on my podcast.
Yeah, you're honoring Mexican.
You're Latino, so
yeah, I'm honorary.
Colombia, Uruguayo, está bien.
Colombia, Uruguay. So, but you know, but I've been
It's like,
surrounded for 25 years. So,
actually, that was the thing that my daughter loves Colombia, because she felt like she was in Mexico with different accent.
Oh, yeah.
Sí.
That's what she said. Oh, this is like Mexico with different accent and different food, but it's like I felt like the vibe of the people. It's almost the same.
Listen,
Oh,
you guys long cook your pork. We deep fry it. It's the beans are a little bit different, but at the end of the day, we both love avocados, so it's all.
But the vibe of the people is like
Yeah.
it's really similar.
No, and as a Colombian from, I mean, I grew up in Medellin, so as somebody from Medellin, I have a kinship with Mexicans, Tijuana. Like, there's a lot of similarities between similar
Yeah.
struggles, trauma, all that same stuff. So, I feel right at home here in San Diego and along with the Mexicans.
Yeah, and vice versa. When I went to Medellin, Bogota, Cartagena, like I felt so at home. You guys are like you're the best, and you love us. It's like
We love each other. It's
"Eres
like a
de
thing.
Mexico, yo sí." It was instant connection.
Parce.
Parce, aquí un
Yeah,
parce.
it-
Bueno, pues, parcero, nos vemos a rimas del parche, pues. A María, pues.
Ave María.
All right.
Nos vemos,
María,
pues.
María, pues, only. All right. All right. Well, this has been Horacio Garcia Rojas. Thank you, Horacio. We appreciate you, brother. We'll talk soon. If you want to collect or anything, or whenever you're here in San Diego, let us know. We'll hang out, man.
Despídete. Bye, bye.
Adiós. Mwah. Goodbye.
Adiós. Qualiochtli.
Thank you, Horacio, man.
Yeah,
Have a good
thank
rest of
you
your
for your
evening, man. Enjoy your time with your home, with your family.
Vale, vale. Besos,
All right.
abrazos. Cuídense.
Later.
Mwah. Ciao.
All right.
What a lovely, lovely man.
What a cool guy, huh?
Dude, so cool. Kidding
Yeah.
me?
He was
That was
super
amazing.
nice when we met at the Comic-Con, because Lalo was there and Jose was there for the Mictlan panel.
Mhm.
And I asked some questions, and we were able to hang out for a little bit afterwards, and I was like kept in touch and stuff like that. Told him about the podcast, so it was awesome that he agreed to come on.
Yeah, just so generous. It's insane to me sometimes when I see people that have been so highly successful, but they're just so with it with the culture, and they're so generous with their time and presence. I mean, Jorge comes to mind, obviously, and like, yeah, this is wonderful. That was lovely. I got a lot of good insight too.
Hey, thanks for stopping by today, Edgar.
Thanks, Edgar.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we posted it on some of the Mexican and Latino groups on Facebook for people to tune in and hang out and stuff like that. Thanks for
Mira,
everybody
that's
that
right.
rejoined us on Instagram as well. I was able to go back live again.
Mhm. Oh, you did? Like, is it continuous o como nos separan como a dos o como?
No, porque it just says your Instagram feed is going to cut off after the hour, but then I said I could disconnect it and reconnect it and we could go live again. So while you were asking questions,
You were doing that little
I'm
magic.
not only the host, but I'm also the producer of the show.
He is the producer, you guys, so he gets
Sometimes I
producer
have
credit.
sometimes I have to do that. All right, well, that was our interview with the voice of the new upcoming HBO film, Batman Azteca.
Ah, man.
Choque de
That's,
Imperios, Clash of Empires. I can't believe that's going to be a thing.
I know. I like, my heart got so happy porque también like I never thought there would be like a animated Batman with the history of like, Azteca, like talking about the Tenochtitlan and the colonizers. It's like, what? That's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. All right, well,
Wild.
we've talked. We had our interview portion of the show today, so let's talk about tabs and personal news and everything else that's going on in the world.
Absolutely.
All right, so what I was going to talk to you guys. All right, so
Personal news, you'll start jumping. Yeah.
my personal news for today, for the week, was that I showed up 24 hours early for an appointment.
It happens to the best of us, man. But why?
So Monday, I had an appointment to go get both of my dogs spayed and or neutered because I'm a responsible dog owner. And my dogs are old enough where they've developed enough with their balls that they don't need them anymore. So I had Milo and also scheduled to be snipped.
Yep.
But the thing is, they have a neuter scooter, and the weight limit was 80 pounds, so you couldn't bring them on because it was a small area or whatever. So they're like 80 pounds max. At the time I signed them up, which was like 2 months ago, because it's $30, so you gotta like wait for the windows and stuff. Also was like 70 pounds. He was like a little skinnier and stuff like that. and then Milo was skinny. They were, it was a couple of months ago. But when I weighed them in the other day, when I checked them in on Monday, also was 84 pounds. He's getting big. So they're like, he's too big. We're going to reschedule you. Let's schedule you for a couple of days from now on the 19th at 9 a.m. So I came home, wrote it on my calendar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed, but today's the 18th, not the 19th. So
you're correct.
I put it in my calendar. I did everything that I needed to, so I wouldn't miss it. It was in the back of my mind. And last night I was working karaoke, got home 2 a.m, was home from like 2 to 3 a.m. Finally was able to sleep, and I set myself an alarm for 8 a.m. this morning because in my mind I had to go drop off the dogs at 9 a.m. And I never once in my mind didn't think it was today. I didn't bother looking at my calendar. I just, for some reason, that got into my mind that today was the day that I only had 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Because I had to get up and I had to get the dogs ready, walk all of them so that I could take also to his appointment. So I get up, and then when you set an alarm, sometimes you get up earlier. So I got up at 7 a.m. because I was afraid I was going to miss my alarm, and then I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't. So I only slept for 4 hours. Got up, was on time for a change to something. And I get to the place at 9 a.m. They bring me in, and they're like, "Wait, you're scheduled to be here today?" I'm like, "Yeah." They told me on Monday to come back today at 9 a.m. To drop off also. And they were like, "Well, we don't have any German Shepherds scheduled for today. There was all Huskies." And I was like, "No, it's today, 9 a.m. Like at this point, I'm getting belligerent. And then one of the ladies there was like, "No, it's tomorrow." And I was like, "No, it's not." I was about to get angry. And
what?
Literally,
You were that sure?
Sure.
No part of you was like, "Oh shit, I fucked up."
No, I was dead wrong, but I was dead wrong in a positive manner. So I go, "Hey, no, you guys told me to come back Thursday at 9 a.m. And they're like, then they all kind of looked at each other and they're like, "Today's Wednesday."
Yeah.
And then I was just sort of paused.
Then you had to be like, "Oh shit."
I was like, "Oh, I fucked up." They're like, "Yeah, you guys told me to come back on Thursday the 19th. And they're like, "Yeah, it's Wednesday."
It's Wednesday, sir.
The 18th. You're 24 hours early.
A little too early.
Oh my God. So not
Pobrecito.
only did I lose sleep, did I waste gas, did I waste my morning?
Yeah.
Did I put also through the trauma of bringing them inside? Because they're like, "Oh, you're here for a neutering? Come on." So
Which you have to do tomorrow again.
He's dog reactive, so I'm bringing him in through the shelter. There's dogs barking. He's barking at the dogs. I put him in a shelter. He thinks I'm leaving him forever. I'm talking to the doctor, and they're like, "No, let's just do this again tomorrow in 24 hours." So I had to take him back out. He's like, "What? Did I get a reprieve from the governor?" And I put him back in the car, take him back home.
It's a nice little outing.
Nice little outing.
Yeah.
I was gonna just come knock on your door because I was right down the street. I'm like, I'm gonna see if Sophia's making breakfast.
I was at work, sir.
Who
do you think I am?
I don't know when you work. You got banker's hours. So yeah, so that was my wasted morning. And so that's why I'm fucking dead tired today.
Ah, Jesus, but you came through, appreciate it, and you survived and you did the thing.
I did the thing.
You said words coherently.
I said words. And I mean, I got us the interview, right? Unless you ask, you don't get the interviews.
Yeah. Exactly. You're so good at that. I'm like not good at shooting my shot in person, and you're so good at like immediate networking and talking to people. Like,
yeah, man. Listen, my theory is always ask out the prettiest girl in the room. You never know, always gotta go.
And Horacio was the prettiest girl in the room, wasn't he?
He was the prettiest girl. At Comic-Con.
You're like, ha.
No, immediately, because I asked him a question. And I know how to do. I like during the panel at Comic-Con, I asked a good question, and he was one of the people that answered it. And he was like, and it was kind of like, "Oh, as a Colombian and this and that, and something about like nationalities and all the shit. Some of the stuff that he talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, "Oh, Colombia," da, 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 da. And I was like, "All right." So then afterwards we talked, and there's a Colombiano and this and that. So he was cool, and I was like, "Hey, But at the time, the strike was going on.
Oh,
So at the time, the actor strike, and it was COVID, right after COVID, first year after COVID, blah blah. And he was like, he couldn't come on and do anything to talk about any of his Netflix shows because of the fact that there was a strike.
Gotcha.
So once that was over, I was like, once we started, like, let's do guests. I was like, all right, cool. Trust me, I got a list. I got a list of shoot my shots. And every time I shoot my shot and I hit it, I always use that as leverage. I was like, hey, check it out. We had this people on. So, even though we're a smaller show, you can, we've gotten good sized guests.
Yeah.
All right. What about you? Any personal news to report?
I'm trying to think. No, just work. Work has been crazy, but it's nothing
You're back to
interesting.
being busy?
No, it's just more so I haven't secured a permanent full-time, like, good position that I can sink my teeth into. And so it's exhausting, man, because like on one end it's like on the acting, it's like audition, and then on the work end it's interview, and I'm just like, I'm just burnt out and tired, and on top of that I still have to go to work, and do stuff and have a life. So
Yeah.
it was like a lot of extra work for nothing tangible just yet, but I mean, persistence, something will pan out. I'm just there. Yeah. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Yesterday, I went to dinner with my friend and we were catching up. And then there was we were like at the garden outside the exterior of the restaurant. And then we just see like a car crash happen in front of us. And the car hit the power box or whatever, and it caused a power outage in the restaurant and a few buildings. And funny enough, the one thing that did work still was the card reader. So,
oh yeah,
riddle me that.
They're gonna get that money. Come on now.
Yeah, we were done. We were like, should we dine and dash? And we had the moral question of like, we could. It's dark. It's chaos. We could just leave. No one's gonna say anything. Right. But then we grappled with that, and we're like, well, let's just go pay our $100 bill. Yeah, we spent a lot on it today.
You live in that bougie life out there, girl.
No, I just came back from Cabo and I was like, you know what? I'm still on vacation and I haven't seen you in forever, and let's go to this bougie restaurant. Now I'm back to eating rice and beans daily, so I'm poor.
Listen. Nothing wrong with that.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong.
But yeah, nothing interesting. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
In other personal news, I'm continuing my transition into different life. It's been 3 months since I had a day job.
You have a night job now. How's that going?
Now I have a night job and an afternoon. I have a week. Well, now I'm, I guess, officially making money as a tattoo artist.
Oh.
So I have.
That is so wild that that's a thing that's happening.
Yeah. Listen, as you go through life, the best time to start something is 10 years ago. The next best time is today.
Yeah.
And it's been like 10 years since my brother's been telling me that I need to be that I need to learn how to tattoo and be an artist and learn it as a trade. And obviously he's a really good artist and I learned a lot from him. So but I've taken my time, and once I got kind of lost my daytime sales job because it's kind of a dying industry. I had to make a decision, and I basically told myself, well, I have enough runway or money saved that I could be like a bum for like 2 months or 3 months. So I said, you have 2 to 3 months to finally take the steps needed to become an artist. And along with my karaoke gigs and a little off, certain editing and other types of gigs here and there, I'm trying to fully transition to a trade of being a tattoo artist. And there's been people that have donated skin so I can
Mhm.
practice. And sometimes when a simple tattoo walks into the shop or something that I can do, I say, I'll do that one. And so that's where we're at, you know?
That's exciting. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. So if anybody out there wants an apprentice tattoo for free, hit me up. You want to
For
donate?
free?
So yeah, I don't charge people to donate their skin.
That's fair.
Yeah. So skin, I'm still, well, that's the first step once you apprentice. And technically, since I own part of the shop and I manage the shop, I didn't do like a apprenticeship, but I
Mhm.
have been learning about tattooing for several years now, and I know all the cross contamination and stuff like that. So the first stop is when somebody lets you tattoo them, they're doing skin donations. You know, like I have 3 different people's first tattoos on me because
Mhm.
they were apprentices at my shop while they were learning. So I was like, fuck it. You need to tattoo somebody, might as well tattoo me.
Mhm.
And so that's kind of the stage where I'm at, where I'm asking people to let me tattoo on them so I can practice, so I can continue to get better.
That's awesome.
So we're doing it. We're doing it.
We're doing it. SoCal Main Street Tattoo.
SoCal Tattoos on Main Street. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's what we're
You.
doing. All right,
Very nice.
let's get into some other stuff happening in the world after we spoke to Horacio Garcia Rojas. Let's see what
Yeah.
else we got here.
Because I got to go to sleep. I got an interview tomorrow.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I guess.
Interviewing.
I fucking hate it. I get it. And it's the same. It's like going on the same date over and over and over.
All right. What did we miss while we were gone? Hey, Donald Trump with Donald Trump wished the Virgen de Guadalupe happy birthday, Mary, which was an interesting. All right, that happened. Somebody also tried to shoot him again.
Yeah. I mean, not yet. Sorry.
0 for 2.
0 for 2.
0 for 2.
0
for 2.
Yeah, I heard, and it's baffling how little people care. I'm like, are we that jaded? I guess we are.
No, it's very interesting that if you're a conspiracy theorist and you're like he's doing this to himself, or if you're a true believer and think that the first time God intervened and made a retired firefighter die instead of him, and now they found a guy with a rifle at his country club. So these seem the second one seems a little staged almost.
Yeah.
Although I can see why, people, whatever. But it is kind of weird that, like you said, nobody cares, and it's just like I don't know, are people over it, or I don't know what's happening. All right. Speaking of Trump, so I don't think his numbers are going to go up because of this. Anybody that was already going to vote for Trump is voting for Trump. There's nobody that's there's nobody out there that's like, oh my God, they tried to kill him. That must mean X, Y, and Z. Now I'm going to switch my vote. Like, the only thing that's different about this election from before was the people that were supporting Biden, even though he was a decrepit corpse, were the only ones voting. Kamala comes in and she sort of invigorates the base a little bit more in a little percentage. I think that since then, she's sort of done what Democrats do, which is horrible, which is run to the center. So she might be at risk of eroding some of the progressive and younger voters because of her stance on Israel and Palestine, because of immigration, and because they're moving sort of to the center to appease to the center right. But the only difference is that the base that was invigorated and added to was the Democratic base when they switched out the corpse. The Trump base was the same 6 months ago, was the same 4 months ago, was the same 2 months ago. I don't think that's changed. That can only be eroded, and that can only be people that see Kamala growing and become disinterested and stagnate his vote. That's kind of what I see it. Do you agree?
Yeah. No, I think that it's pretty locked in for Kamala. Unless she doesn't do a little more pandering to the left, because I think that we might be underestimating Gen Z's power. I mean, most of Gen Z can vote now, and everyone is very, very passionately pro-Palestine for the most part, right? And so Kamala, I think, could go a little to the left. Now, one thing I'm scared about is October's coming up, and October 7th was when Israel-Palestine conflict began last year. And what I'm worried is that Netanyahu might be like planning an attack or something up his sleeve that might shake the voters' minds into voting it for Kamala. Because at the end of the day, Kamala does support Israel. Now, the only thing is the alternative is Trump, and he supports them even more. So there's really nowhere to go there. I do worry that maybe a protest vote might be in line and they might vote Jill Stein. And that might, make a shift. Who knows? I don't know.
Committed voters in Michigan, all those people, right?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, I think there are, I mean, she's still in the ticket. Marianne Williamson dropped out. So I was voting for Marianne. So she's endorsing Kamala. But Jill Stein is still on there. And if you're a progressive lefty liberal, like, you love Jill Stein. She's amazing. So I don't know if there's enough young, angry voters to maybe cause an impact there. I hope, I don't know. It's bad and worse. I mean, I'll take Kamala and Waltz, but I mean, at the end of the day, yeah,
it is what it is. They're doing, I just hope they don't fumble all the goodwill that they created.
Because they could.
Like they're really trying to.
I think that Kamala is being a little. I think she's being intelligent by not doing a lot of interviews, because that was the last thing that I was hearing, that she was getting a lot of criticism for not doing interviews, and I think that's a smart way to go. I'm like, I think Waltz is a lot more popular, and he's a lot more. He has a lot more leftist policy action in his history. So I think it's good to like send him out and do all the publicity.
Their playbook is literally like the VP is progressive. The VP wants to feed kids and legalize weed.
Feed children and respect women's bodies.
And we're just going to do the same exact policies that Biden is, but with a person who's awake at the wheel.
Yeah, pretty much. Which unfortunately, I think most people would take it, It's like,
and it's the Biden playbook from 4 years ago, which is I am checks notes, not Trump. And that's kind of like what they're doing. The Trump base is going to be the Trump base. RFK dropped out. He didn't improve numbers. They took 2 shots at him. His numbers went up a little bit. He didn't get a bump because of his VP candidate.
Right.
His base is his base.
Yeah.
They're there.
I do think the Trump era is over. It's just not hitting. He's just like in 2016, he had, at the very least, he could talk a little bit of like populist rhetoric, and he could say, well, I've never been in office, and these people are taking your money, and the immigrants are taking your jobs. And he had like a little, and he had charisma too, like a little bit more, because there's no history to, he hadn't been president before. So there's nothing to call him out on. So he could go to these debate stages and like, do the thing and make fun of people and all of that. It's not hitting right now. He's like he fumbled that debate so badly.
He's the old man now. He took
now now there's like a trajectory that we can call him out on. He's just like, he just comes across as like a mean old man. Yeah. He comes off as like the crazy, mean old man that's just like,
he can't help himself.
Yeah, he can't
help himself. He's like, I have the best crowds. Nobody's bored. Nobody leaves. Her crowds are AI. They're eating the cats and the dog. Like, he couldn't hold that in.
Yeah, like he's not so unserious, and like before it was a little charming, I guess, but like now it's like, all right, Grandpa.
You know who loves Trump?
Who?
The CEO of Sticker Mule. You remember a couple of weeks
back? Yes, I remember it because why he still loves him?
They're doubling down. They're doubling down. He's doubling down. And
charming.
Now that I see that he looks like a thumb, it makes
sense.
He
came out. He showed his face. Yeah. This is a terrible PR move.
Yeah. So here's what he had to say.
Hey, I'm back. Anthony Constantino, CEO of Internet's Most.
Like right there, I was like, you didn't have to tell me that you were pro-Trump. Just from the first few words, the fact that you look like a thumb and your
You don't show your face, bro.
Yeah, not when you look like that. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm back. Anthony Constantino, CEO of Sticker Mule, internet's most kick-ass brand, 1,200 people, 39 countries, now officially uncancelable. I'm back launching something called Sticker Pack. It's an innovative new political action committee where we give away sticker packs, actual physical packs of stickers to candidates that I think are going to make the world a happier place. And right now, we're supporting one candidate and one candidate only.
Arms are so short.
Donald J. Trump.
His little
What if I
tiny
told you that?
arms.
What if I told you that, Sophia? What if I told you could turn any table into a ping pong table?
Oh my god! Any table?
Any table.
Wow.
What if I told you that there's one candidate that's here is for unification, and it's not the surprise? No. The answer might surprise you.
We're going to be giving away 500,000 sticker packs with 7 or 8 stickers. I don't recall the exact number, but 7 or 8 happy, uplifting, positive stickers. So people all over the country can proudly, happily, and positively, respectfully say that they like Donald Trump. Right now, we got a situation for some odd reason. People are uncomfortable admitting it. They get bullied for saying they admit it. We want more people standing up every day. They like Donald Trump. These stickers are going to let hundreds of thousands of people share millions of stickers all over the country and let people know that they like Donald Trump. We need people standing up and admitting it kindly, nicely, respectfully to their family members, to their friends, to everybody. Right now, lots of people are joining in the movement. A guy named Elton John recently is saying great things about Trump. A guy named Snoop Dogg is saying great things about Trump. RFK saying great things about Trump. Tulsi Gabbard, Bill Ackman, another big Democrat, saying great things about Trump. Mark Zuckerberg, a major Trump hater, is now saying great things about Trump. President Trump is the president of unity. He's going after a corrupt system called the existing government establishment.
This with his little T-Rex arms.
All this hate, but together we're all going to stand up in a positive way, a respectful way, talk to each other, make the hate go away, and get President Trump reelected so he can show all the haters that they were wrong, and we can all get unified as a nation. We can have max happiness in the United States, max happiness in the world, and we're going to do it through stickers and through other means. But check us out. Get your stickers, stickerpack.com.
Oh, sweetie. No, he didn't have to do that.
That look away. He's doubling down, man.
But he didn't have to show face and present it. Okay, I'm not gonna bully him.
No, let's bully him. Well, else if we can. So X, most people are like, love this, so glad every person you sticker, done and done. Thank you. Finally, some stickers for the one and only mechanic is for the people. Nice, your company is the best. I mean,
officially cannot use Sticker Mule, right?
No, we stopped using Sticker Mule a while ago. Yeah, because they what I've said about Sticker Mule is that I wish I never knew, because they had a decent product and they had specials and sales and they were a good prices. Company. Good prices, decent enough prices comparative. But they bigly, yeah, absolutely.
Bigly.
But this guy just doubled down on everything that was bad. And I was going to, because I saw it right when it come out, and my comment was gonna be, "Oh, you're dumb, huh?" But I was like, no, I don't want all the Nazis and all the crazy.
Yeah, you're just asking for a lot of hate.
I was like, my phone will go off with notifications for like the next 8 hours because I would have been like the first person to comment. And as you can see, the first few comments are all like, dick riders. So anyway, yeah, it's just interesting. So yeah, Sticker Mule can suck a bag of dicks as far as I'm concerned.
I second that. He did that. Wow.
He totally did that. He was like, let's go for it.
That was so cool.
P. Diddy is in federal jail.
Sheesh. Did he do it though?
Diddy the Diddler.
Sorry.
Diddy the Diddler is accused of coercing people for sex, transporting people across state lines, intimidation, shooting somebody in the face, lighting the car on fire, keeping sex tapes, coercion of sex with minors.
Sheesh.
There's a lot of shit on there. He's currently in a federal lockup, same prison where they kept like a Jeffrey Epstein and shit like that.
That's awesome, because they raided his home, so I'm assuming they have more than enough evidence, right?
Listen, when the feds when the feds get you, they got you. They will
Mhm.
let you sit and for years, months, they'll let you live the high life. They don't want to go after the first little bus. They build their case, they take their time. There's
Mhm.
a reason that federal prosecutors have like an 80 or 90% conviction rate because they lay all their cards out and their whole thing on there before they put the cuffs on you. Once they put the cuffs on you, you are fucked.
That's exciting.
So,
I love when there's some semblance of justice, you know?
and I'm
I
not going to
guess.
say I posted this earlier, but I'm not going to say I called it out. But as you know, when I was in film school or studying film back in the day, my idea for my thesis film was somebody called Puffy Must Die,
Puffy Must Die, yeah.
which was supposed to be a feature-length film about a guy who was dating J-Lo before she became a fly girl.
Mhm.
And then his job was he worked as a guy in a chicken suit. He got hit by Puff Daddy's limo and he went into a coma for a few years. When he got out of the coma, Puff Daddy was dating J-Lo and she had broken up with him. And then he
Mhm.
slowly goes insane and begins to plot revenge and plot to kill P. Diddy. But now with all the shit that's happening now, like that's a whole different third
It's a
act.
hero story now.
It's a hero story now. Like he could have legitimate reasons for killing
Yeah.
Diddy. So I might
Wild.
have to rewrite that treatment for Hollywood. I'm ready. We got it. We can make that movie happen. I have the rights.
That is so crazy.
The question is, I mean, and listen, he's got a lot of money. I don't know why he would even get caught. He should have just gone to Israel or Barbados or Costa Rica or somewhere and just hit out.
This is exciting though. I'm here for it. Cuz fucking how disgusting. Like I don't know. I'm just here for all the justice and reparations of people that were like yucky and disgusting in the early 2000s that are like now kind of like being held accountable, I guess. I'm assuming that, you know, it's a lot more people than just him, but I'm hoping that more people come down with him.
No, I mean, what did Cat Williams said? This is the year of shedding light and all the stuff that's happening. So, you know, we shall see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving right along, let's see. Let's see, where should we go to here? Let me knock some of these out. In Emmys news,
Oh yeah, I missed it. What happened?
we had a Latina win for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series.
No way.
Liza Colon Sayas
Yes.
won for her portrayal, which is an incredible role on the TV show The Bear.
Thank you for lowering the microphone for me. Thank you so much. Thank you to my
Incredible
husband,
actress.
David Zayas. He told me to write a speech, and I didn't because I didn't think it would be possible. How could I have thought it would be possible to be in the presence of Meryl Streep and Carol Burnett and Janelle and Cheryl Lee Ralph and Hannah? Anyway, I love you all. I revere you.
First Latina to win.
To the bottom of my heart.
Ever?
And other women,
Wow.
my mommy, I thank you. You've always my family, my grandkids. Yeah, thank you. And thank you to my beautiful cast, Crystal, Joanna. Thank you for giving me a new life with this show. And to all the Latinas who are looking at me, keep believing and vote. Vote for your rights. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ay, bella.
Very nice.
I'll cry. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I love seeing Latinas winning. Hell yeah. That
No,
was awesome.
absolutely.
I need to watch the show now. What is it, Bear?
You haven't watched The Bear?
I haven't watched The Bear. No, I've been watching movies all year. I watched Beetlejuice and I watched that other one that sucked. What's it called? No. This
House of Dragon?
No, the one where What's the guy from Split? What's his name? James McAvoy.
James McAvoy.
Yeah. The one that he's in.
Sure.
He has a movie out right now. No, right now. Like,
Oh.
I forgot what it's called. I watched that one. Strange. I forgot. What is it called? Okay. Clearly it was memorable and I loved it.
I believe it. All right.
No, don't believe. I'm being sarcastic. It was terrible.
Is it safe to drink raw milk? TikTokers are guzzling it straight from the cow. All right. That's just today's sign that the apocalypse is upon us. TikTokers are doing infinite money glitches and they're drinking unpasteurized milk. That's all you need to know about that story. I guess that's what they're doing.
Was that a headline or was that for real?
I don't know. I saw it as one of my tabs, but I just decided I didn't want to go into it. All right.
Yeah.
So did you watch Inside Out 2?
Absolutely. I love that one.
It's very good. So apparently Pixar said no bisexual lighting. This was a tweet that came out a couple of days ago. Their apparent hesitance to touch on LGBTQ themed storylines in particular affected Inside Out's development, according to several of our sources. Multiple people recall hearing about continuous notes to make Riley, the main character of both Inside Out movies, come across as less gay, leading to numerous edits and ramped up around September after the resolution. Sources describe rumors that there was special care put into making the relationship between Riley and Val, a supporting character introduced in Inside Out 2, seem as platonic as possible, even requiring edits to the lighting. So they said no bisexual lighting.
What does that even mean?
Any trace of romantic chemistry, one source described it as just doing a lot of extra work to make sure that no one would potentially see them as not straight.
I mean, I still did.
Right?
I was like, you're in love, girl. But also like they're like preteens. Like they're preteens. Like you're not there's no I mean, I guess no wait, that is where it overtly she did have a boy crush, so never mind. I guess that is kind of where you start indoctrinating kids, right?
Speak No Evil, Mama Les says was the name of the movie.
It's so annoying though, because I feel like I was indoctrinated with straight couples. Like it's so okay from birth to see straight couples kissing and Disney and the princess and the prince and blah blah blah, and that's all so okay. But any light undertone of like any possible queerness is like wrong or what?
Now, is this a backlash and a counter correction to the make her gay, make her lame sort of internet theory about how wokeness is ruining all movies? The Buzz Lightyear movie had a gay relationship that bombed. This is what Twitter and obviously the trolls are sort of hanging themselves on. This movie is one of the most successful movies of all time. Mm-hmm. So what they're saying now is the reason that this movie was one of the most successful movies of all time is not because it was a great constructed movie, but it was specifically because they avoided LGBTQ themes. Avoiding LGBTQ themes and just telling a story everybody can relate to is what made it successful. The fact that it was an avoidance, saying the part, basically avoiding LGBT themes was the reason of its success.
I wouldn't say that that's like the reason behind its success. It's also a really good movie. And
embraced by all for a reason.
But here's the thing, like you're saying that a movie can only be successful if it doesn't have any like minority sort of representation in a sense, and it's kind of like that more so says about the state of where we're at in society of like there's still enough bigots that are willing to die on a hill of like I'm not going to support LGBTQ portrayals or anything like that. So there's an argument to be made, like if there's a huge enough audience that are bigots, they are going to exclude any minority, and that's not just LGBTQ, that's any color minority, that's like it's anything, it's female leads, like also what is the one where it was like all females and then it got trashed on. I mean, we had the Ocean's 11 or whatever that one was, it was all female. We had the Ghostbusters one that was all female, stuff like that, where it's like, yeah, there's still an argument to be made that if you make anything fully minority when the audience is not ready, it's gonna flop. and you can do that. But I feel like that's more of a depressing state. Like it's more of a depressing like look into the state of where we are at in society. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a
Well,
kid's movie. I don't know. You guys are weird. You guys are fucking weird for focusing on this shit. Jesus.
right. So if the movie had bombed, it would have been because it was too gay. The movie did well, it was because it was
It was
not
straight.
gay.
Yeah. And I'm like, and no, the point is, because I'm like, there's plenty of like straight movies that bomb. You know what I mean? So like give me another animated film from this year, and I guarantee
Well, you
you that
could
it
have
probably did worse than Inside Out.
you could have told me Toy Story, all the Toy Story movies made billions of dollars. Lightyear, the prequel movie, was a bomb. Inside Out 2, you could have said it's guaranteed to be a hit because of the first movie was so beloved, but you know what I mean? So I'm not agreeing with trolls and saying that the lack of LGBTQ themes is what made the movie successful. What made the movie successful is a well-constructed film, and Pixar does a great job of constructing these things about emotions that are great for kids to watch, but also as an adult, you start remembering and thinking about things, and you're like, oh my God, that's how your persona is constructed. Meanwhile, Joy just being a dumbass is what causes all the plot points of 1 and 2. Her stubbornness, fucking Joy.
No, not the second one. Hey, it wasn't Joy's fault in the second
yes,
one.
it was. Yes, it was. It was because she was throwing all those things into the back of the mind and not letting them become part of her character.
Right.
So she was.
But also, wasn't it anxiety that kind of like?
Oh, anxiety was the catalyst.
Anxiety fucks shit up. Come on, anxiety kind of.
Anxiety was the catalyst, but Joy. Spoiler alert. Joy. Trying to keep everything happy, joy, and taking the bad thoughts and throwing them to the back of her mind, and not letting those become part of her personality was the reason that she wasn't prepared for the anxiety that hit.
I mean, I agree. It's kind of like similar to like sadness in the first one. Like, yes, yeah. I get it. Joy is a fuck up. All right.
Joy is the fucking bag fumbling.
Yeah, we could have gone together. Joy, her and anxiety from the jump, but we wouldn't have a film. All right.
All right. And then I had one other story here, and then some palate cleansers, and then we'll get out of the way. I kind of talked to you a little bit about this a couple of weeks back, which was Taylor Swift dates Travis Kelce from the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is a quarterback of the Chiefs. Brittany Mahomes likes and retweets, or I don't know what she does, but she basically has been a fervent supporter of Donald Trump. She also supported the Chiefs kicker after he said all that misogynistic shit. Oh, yeah. And then there was a video of them watching the last Chiefs game from separate booths. And a lot of Swifties were mad that Taylor was See, I feel like Liz right now telling this. A lot of Swifties were mad at Taylor because she was hanging out with Brittany Mahomes, and they were like, is there a divide? Is there a divide? Blah, 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 all this stuff.
And now.
So Taylor Swift fans were disappointed over singer's new photo with controversial celebrity because they went to go watch a tennis match together, and they were photographed hugging each other and having a good old time, etc. So they're like, how could you be with that person? So the latest is Brittany Mahomes sides with Taylor Swift after Trump's vicious attack, is rethinking her support. So now after Trump went after Taylor Swift, smart move, bold strategy, Kyle. Let's see how it works for him.
Don't do that.
Brittany Mahomes is now considering rethinking her supports.
See, here's the thing, though. I have a problem with any headline that is telling me what people are thinking. How do you know that she's rethinking anything? You don't know that. But what we do know is that Taylor Swift did do a beautiful, awesome written post supporting Kamala. So
she is questioning her support after he lashed out at Taylor, saying he hates her. A source told the Daily Mail. This deeply bothered Brittany because Taylor is like a sister to her, and she has done absolutely nothing wrong. But the source cautioned that the mother of two's reported change of heart about Trump doesn't mean that she's suddenly voting Kamala. It just made her more aware of supporting him so publicly.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not losing sleep over Brittany Mahomes. I'm kind of more. I was just pumped that Taylor Swift finally spoke up in any
She
shape
was
or
waiting for
form.
the right moment.
She was waiting for the moment, and I think she plotted correctly, and it was the best moment. It was a really great post, really good caption. Kudos to her. I mean, listen, she's more powerful than God right now. So,
Did
like
you
it or
see
not,
the
she has an impact. You know.
Did you see the Elon tweet?
Response, yeah. So petty.
What did he say? I'll put a baby in you.
Is that what he said? I didn't pay too much attention. I just thought that she got backlash.
No, I think it was like literally like, fine, I'll give you a baby and take care of your cat forever or something.
Oh, ew. Nobody wants him.
Right? Fine.
Like,
Oh, here, this was the tweet. Fine, Taylor, you win. I will give you a child and guard your cats with my life.
oh, that's so cute of him that he thinks he would ever be able to touch her.
I will inseminate you with my demon seed.
He's disgusting. I find him like revolting. Like,
yeah.
Fuchi, yeah.
Fuchi.
I don't think he would ever get laid if he didn't have money. I genuinely think that no one would touch him.
Nice.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
All right. This Saturday, the local San Diego Canyonlands is having a hike walk to support the arts and conservation of the natural habitat in San Diego. Putting the link in the description if anybody wants to come check it out.
I'll check it out.
All right. Here we go. This Saturday. Mama agrees. This would you ever get a Cybertruck, Sophia?
Get it? No. But I saw a brown one on the street a couple days ago, and it was interesting to look at. It looks like a spaceship.
Mm-hmm. Let's check out this this dealership that bodied them.
Here's why the Cybertruck is the perfect mom and family car. First of all, huge back trunk. With the tonneau cover, you never have to worry about all your kids' stuff getting wet or your groceries. Everything stays nice and dry.
Yeah, like every car. Ever.
Doors open to 90 degrees, which is super great for loading in kiddos.
Like all cars?
Even with 2 car seats in the back and my 6'3" husband in the front, I still got plenty of room.
Like all cars?
Another great mom feature is all the space in this truck. I love this tray down here, which is perfect for a diaper bag or a purse.
Like,
and check this out, a hidden drawer
cars.
for anything important.
You mean
like all cars?
The glove box?
But best of all, you look like a total having your kids around in this.
They see me rolling, they hate it.
You should just explain the like basic features and functions of a car.
Yeah, that's kind of like it's a car.
So you,
It's
yep.
got the same stuff that a car has.
Yeah, like a car.
Yeah, it's like a car. So it's like a truck car?
Yeah.
It's like a
Wow.
truck. It's like a car.
Are people buying it? Because I genuinely have only seen 2 on the road.
No, what I saw was that it's like since there's so few on the road, when you see them, it's like, oh, that's the neighborhood douchebag.
Douchebag. Yeah. I'm like, if anything, like
if you see one in there, oh, that's our town's asshole right there. You know?
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't feel like it has a good connotation to it. I don't think it does any favors for your reputation.
I don't get it. I just don't know why it looks like the car that a 6-year-old draws. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I drew that car when I was a kid.
It's like, it looks like a spaceship that, like, you know, we would have thought the future would have had in the 2024s.
Something like that.
You know, like Back to the Future.
So we want to thank everybody that joined us live today on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube's. If you missed any of the episode, go back and watch it. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let us know what you like. Share the stream. But if you want to listen to just the audio portion while you're going about your day, working out, driving, Go to anywhere you get your podcasts. For example, on Spotify, all you need to do is type in MiGenteShow. And you can
New
catch our
episodes
latest
just dropped.
episode. Gen Z Sets Their Boundaries, Jenna Ortega and Chaperone. All the good stuff. And you can also go on Apple, Good Pods, and literally anywhere where you get your podcast. Just search for MiGenteShow and you can watch us, listen to us on the go. So, Sophia, that's all we got for today.
That's all. All right. We did it. That was an awesome interview. I feel like we went long in the interview, but it was just, we had so many things to ask and you were so gracious with this time.
It was a very fluid, interesting conversation. I'm glad that we let it sort of go. And I'm glad, we kind of go to our guest needs and he said, hey man, I got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
So
that's we're going to dig then. We love this.
We basically talked about everything. And what an incredible, like somebody that's worked with Tilda Swinton, Clint Eastwood, the cast of Narc, like all the actors that he named, Bill Pullman, like there's
Yeah, we could have kept going.
It's kind of a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Kind of a big deal. Yeah.
Good job by us.
Pat on the back to us.
Thank you, everybody. Cupo Fuego, Ali Candon, created by Inez, Linda Allen, Pinchy Mamala. I'm sorry. I have trouble with all the fucking Instagram names sometimes when I'm saying hi to them because it's WC. Yeah. So anybody that stopped by on Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the channels, thank you guys for watching.
We love you guys.
All right. Love you. When's our next show, Sophia?
I don't know. Are we skipping next week and then the following?
I think we skipped last week, so I think we might. Let me look at our calendar. It says, it says we do have a show next week.
What?
Yeah, it's the 24th. Have it green.
Let me see. Hold on.
We'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
All right, guys. We love you. Take it easy. Try better next time. Peace out.
Love you guys. Hasta luego.
Vamos, papá, hay que irnos. Me estoy aguantando desde que pusieron el domo.
Puedes esperar. Muchas personas trabajaron en esta película y solo quieren que te aprendas sus nombres de memoria.
Y yo quiero asegurarme de que ningún animal resultó lesionado durante la filmación de esta película.
¡Listo! ¡Uy, palomitas en el suelo! ¡Chao!
Espera, parece que Maggie tiene algo que decir. Es su primera palabra.